What is a friend anyway? That's a question I used to struggle with a lot as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. What is a friend? I always struggle with we called everybody the friends in the congregation. The friends went out and did this, or are you going to go see the friends? At least in the United States. I've heard that in different countries sometimes it's different, but we refer to one another as the friends. And I always kind of knew we weren't really friends. We were acquaintances, or we were people who shared an experience, but that shared experience doesn't mean we really liked each other all that much. And so it always really messed with me. What is a friend? I really struggled with that concept, and it's something that I struggled with again when I left Jehovah's Witnesses, walked out into the wide world, and suddenly had no friends. So let's talk about what a friend is. How you could see the concept of a friend. A lot of times people see it almost like this idealized version of a best friend. The person where you can tell each other all your secrets, where you know everything about one another, you're together all the time, and it's just not something for most people that is going to be the reality of most of their friends. And so one way that I like to see friends, and that I've come to see it, is that you have friends in life for different things. So I have friends that I go to sporting events with, like go watch a basketball game with or a football game. I have friends that I celebrate the holidays with. I go over to their families have kind of adopted us in, and we go over to their house and we celebrate holidays. I have friends that are just online that I can chat with or ask a question of. There are entire forums that I'm a member of that I can go to. And these people aren't really my friends. They don't really know much about me other than what I tell them. But I can tell them something or question them about something going on in my life, and I can get advice. And that's a very friendly thing to do, to invest yourself in putting your time and energy into giving somebody else advice. So when it comes to what is a friend, I think we need to get away from this notion that they're these people that we're almost consumed with. I don't know if you have that view, but I've known a lot who have. When you look in Jehovah's Witnesses, there's a lot of narcissistic and codependent relationships, which involves a lot of being way too enmeshed. And so a friend doesn't have to be someone that you're completely consumed with, or that is completely consumed with you. A friend is a person who is friendly in a certain environment. And can that go deeper? Yes, absolutely. You can have friends that you're very vulnerable with that become really great friends. But when you're starting out, chances are these are going to be friends that you're going to start on a more shallow basis with, because that's what you have. If you just left Jehovah's Witnesses, chances are you don't have a lot of people out there that you have very deep relationships with. So you start shallow, and you don't expect the depth right off the bat. If you do, you'll be bitterly disappointed in most cases. And it honestly can become kind of a self-sabotaging thing where you're not making friends, but that's because you're expecting too much of people. So when you're starting out, what is a friend? A friend is somebody that you can go do a thing with, go have dinner with, go to a sporting event. It's always great when you can share experiences with people. That helps give some depth to the relationship. But just start there. Start getting out of your comfort zone and realizing that a friend doesn't have to be someone who's around you all the time at all the meetings, and that you go out and service with, and that you then see after service on Saturdays and maybe hang out with or whatever. A friend is a person that's friendly to you, that is receptive of you, and that, maybe you have some things in common with, obviously. But again, we're not in a cult anymore. So you can't expect people to think and feel and act just like you. It's another way that we sabotage friendships, especially when we're first coming out and looking for new friendships. We can sabotage them by expecting them to see things the way we do. That's honestly a very narcissistic way of seeing the world. It's the way we were taught, though. It's a trait, a narcissistic trait, to expect everyone else to see things through your lens. But the world's not like that. The beauty, though, is that in the world at large, you can be accepted and learn to accept people even though you don't agree on everything. And so when it comes to making friends, please maybe temper your expectations, especially at first. You've got to start somewhere. And nobody starts off with some hugely deep relationship. Those things are built over time, just like dating or anything. You get to know people. And so get out and get to know people and know them in different environments. And you may have friends for different things, and that's a beautiful thing.